Namaste and very happy Chhat Puja to all of you. There is a saying, there are every resources in your mind. The need is to search there, to find out there. Almost every resources are said to be in our mind, in our consciousness, in us. There is a need to search it. We have to search it. If we will search, then definitely we can get whatever resources we want to get. So once again, namaste, and you are welcome to the fifth episode of If I Were the Prime Minister. And this episode is focused on what would I do to create employment opportunity in our country if I were the Prime Minister. And I will be focusing in completely on how to generate employment in our country. सो हामी इफ आई वेयर प्राइम मिनिस्टरको पाँचौँ श्रृङ्खलामा हाम्रो देशमा रोजगारी कसरी सिर्जना गर्न सकिन्छ र यदि म प्रधानमन्त्री भएको भए देशमा कसरी रोजगारीलाई सिर्जना गर्थे भन्ने कुरामा यस एपिसोडमा चर्चा गर्ने प्रयास गर्नेछु र केही मैले रिपोर्ट्सहरू छानबिन खोजबिज गरेको छु र त्यो कुराहरू साझा गर्नेछु तपाईँहरूसँग. यदि if you agree with me, then you can comments or what can we say? You can support me if you agree with this. So in fifth episode, we are why we are talking about how to generate employment opportunity in the country. I'm talking about this because right now our country is completely dependent on remittance, and our country is running and getting the finance completely from remittance, which is not a healthy income for us, completely unhealthy income in the context of when we think from development point of view, then actually we will find that this type of income, this type of remittance type of income is not the healthy income for any country, not only for our country Nepal, but for almost every country it is unhealthy type of income. So it is our duty to create a very healthy type of generating income in the country if you really want to touch the point or the peak whatever we have expected, because until we will be bold, until we will have a very good planning, until we will have the very strong dedication, nothing is going to be sense. We have our parents have faced the same phenomenon, same situation. We are facing the same situation, and maybe the next generation will face the same generation, and not 1 or 2% can change our country. For this, every citizen should be aware, and we have to work collectively together to bring change in our country, in us, in our society, because actually change, it is said that change starts from us. If we really want to bring a change in a very large area, in a very large dimension, then for that it is necessary to bring change from us. Starting should be from us. We are the first to bring it. So let's talk about our topic. So first thing I would do if I were the Prime Minister, I would invest in infrastructure development. I know there is a scarcity of investment in our country, but it doesn't matter how much investment we have, but it matters where we are spending that investment. Because once we start investing in a very proper sector, then definitely the change will come and the employment will be generated. Because once we invest the investment or money in any sector, then that investment will give employment opportunity to a large number of people. For example, I am investing the amount or tax whatever we have collected from people of our country. If that tax is invested to construct a very good road, global standard road, international class road, Then in that construction, I think engineers, construction companies, then workers, laborers, then after supervisors, uh, then after we will also have the shopkeepers, because when we are businessmen, we can say, because for that we are using the cement, charcoals, and many other raw materials which is required for the construction. So while constructing any road, we are giving employment to lots of people. I know it is a temporary type of job, a temporary type of employment, but at least the employment should be started. At least a few people, or a number of people will get employment once we invest in a proper sector of infrastructure. So second things I have planned, or I have thought, is to promote in small and medium sized enterprises, because every enterprises or every industry, whatever we are watching nowadays, whatever is very famous, or whatever we are hearing right now, was once a small class business, was a small enterprises. But right now, after developing, after working on that, those small or medium scale enterprises have been converted or have been upgraded to a very high grade, or very high class enterprises. So the thing we should understand, the thing we should know is that every small class business, whatever we will start, will go, and they are going to change the country. And every enterprise are giving employment to lots of people. Even a small scale enterprise or enterprises are giving employment opportunities to lots of people. So what about large scale industries? So when those small and medium scale industries will later grow, and when they will later they will be developed, then after that, after a long period of time, those industries will be converted slowly and gradually into a very developed, a very high class enterprise or entrepreneur. And then after, those small scale and medium scale business will give job opportunities to lot of people, to lots of people, many people, and that will ultimately bring change. The change will be started right from there. That is sure. And I think entrepreneurship is the one and only healthy way to provide employment opportunities to almost all the people of our country, especially the politicians, those who are really interested to serve the people, those who really have feeling towards the nation. They should think towards them, but actually they don't have time right now. And advisors, whoever are in our Singhadarbar, or wherever, not in our country only, in less developed country especially, they are also only for salary there. The advices are given only to impress them, only to impress the political leaders, not to really bring the change in the country. Because the true advisor will advise the leader in truth way, and truth may be bitter, but politicians don't like, especially the normal politician. But actually the dedicated one will definitely like the bitter words, if those bitter words are in the favor of the country. Thought things, what would I do if I were the prime minister, is I would focus on skill development and education. If any person has got the skill, What we are doing right now is we are just studying, we are just getting theoretical knowledge, no any practical way of just implementing those knowledge. They are not going to bring change, in my opinion. Actually, skill development is necessary, is a must. each each person of country must have at least two or three skill, and they must have mastery in at least one skill, because there is no guarantee whether any company or any industry or any employment giver is going to keep him or her permanently. So we must have an option. All the people must have option. If this is not, then I have something to do. That type of situation must be created in our country if we really want to bring change in the country. And we are new generation. Some of you, or not all of you, I know, and I respect your feelings, but some of people are there who show their anger. Even we put our thought, even we are giving some advices, or even we are expressing, we know we have right to speech, but even we are giving them idea, they don't like, they just hate. I have seen, not all the people, but there are very few people which can be counted in the fingers. So that type of situation must be avoided in the country. Everyone's feeling, everyone's advice must be taken very seriously, because one's advice, if one's advice is going to change the country, if one's advice is going to be fruitful for the country, then that must be accepted. And it is done in a developed country or developing country. I have seen, I have I actually not have experienced, but I have heard, and I have when I did research on those internet and websites, then I have read the articles regarding this. They are respected. Whenever we give fruitful ideas to the government, especially in the international communities, in the developed countries, then their ideas are respected. And that is if those ideas are practical, because the ideas must be practical. Speaking and doing, they are very different, but when we put mutual understanding in speaking and doing, then they can be our most powerful weapon to change us, and as well as to change those who are connected to us. So next, what would I do if I were the prime minister? Next is, I would focus on agriculture modernization. We are living in 21st century. This is the world of 21st century. We have come a long way since from civilization, since from our civilization, especially we are Asians, and being Asian, we have come a long distance from our civilization. But till now, right now, in our country, especially in my country, Nepal, in our country, most of the people, especially in Madhesh province, not only Madhesh province, but I'm taking one example, they are involved in agriculture. And there was one wave few years ago. Since few years, I have been listening, and I have been just observing also. I have been reading the society. Actually, the parents and the farmers don't want to make their son, or they don't, or the parents of farmer don't want to see their sons and daughters being farmer in future, because they are not gaining, or they are not earning as expected. Whatever they have expected, they are not getting those benefits or wealth, we can say, from agriculture. So they want to make a distance from agriculture. So that type of mindset can be poison for our society and for us, for our country. That type of mindset must be swept out from wherever, because once we start thinking not being farmer, then who are going to just to grow the crops, and finally we will be dependent on other countries for our food products. And once we are dependent on other country for food products, then this cannot be freedom for us. Actually, this is also the lack of freedom, because once they want, they can create a strike, they can cut off the food supply, and at that time we will be in danger, and very serious danger. So it is our responsibility to be independent in every concept, in every sector. We have to be independent in food sector, in agriculture. Yes, actually, that is the food sector. In dairy products, in meat products, in even honey. We are listening. Honey are imported. Although the honey which is produced in our own country is of very high standard, but this is the situation for us. This is a very worst situation for us, in which we are even buying the honey from other country. Although our country is very good for honey production. So in those sectors, in agricultural sector, and in food products, it is necessary for us to be independent. We must be independent, so we can create a very healthy source of income in our country. And in those sector, we are giving employment to lots of people. And today the topic is to create employment. How to create employment in our country in practical way. Another, tourism promotion. Till now we have been failed. Yes, I say we have been failed in promoting the tourism in our country. So it is our duty. Even right now we can start. Even from tomorrow, even from today we can start. At least I would like to request you all, whenever you see tourists in our country, at least let's say welcome to Nepal. They will feel good. Few days ago I was in Janakpur. It's also a good tourist destination in our country, because there is a very good religious and historical and cultural importance. Goddess Sita was born in Janakpur in Mithila as the daughter of uh, King Janak, the king of Janakpur. And there I saw few Indians, few Americans also, uh, few Thai people from Thailand. Then I also saw people from Pakistan, and we can easily identify them from their culture. And I said, "Welcome to Nepal." They did a handshake, very good handshake, and they were very happy when they heard "Welcome to Nepal" from me. Then there was a kind of smile. There was a kind of pleasure in them. So at least they should feel good, and this can be done by us. At least from a small, very small things can cause a great difference once we try. Another thing, we are polluting, especially in Madhesh province. Pollution is a very serious problem, especially the litters are thrown here and there very carelessly, which must be stopped. And the municipalities and municipalities should be given order from the center, especially by the prime minister, to create a very good system of garbage management, so that they can control the pollution, they can manage the litters, they can manage the plastics, polythene. Because whenever they come to our country and whenever they see polythene thrown here and there, then a very negative kind of a thought is generated in their mind, and that can't be good for us. So there is need to bring a change in tourism sector, because right now also I think 5 to 7% of people have got employment opportunities in our country right now also. When 20% can get employment from tourism sector, 50% from agriculture sector, then we will need to hire people from other country. Yes, we can create such situation, but for that there is a need of very right planning, right person, dedicated person, patriotic person with no greed, and always ready for the nation. Actually, I think a true leader should be ready for serving the country even at 12 o'clock at night, at midnight, even at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So that is my thought. Another is foreign distinct investment. That must be focused. Other, export promotion. What we are doing right now is we are just importing things. We are importing honey. We are importing everything. We are importing. We are importing rice. Being our agriculture country, also we are importing the rice. We are importing the dal. We are importing the wheat. We are importing sugar. Although, especially in my district right now, I am in Sarlai, and in Sarlai, I think 2 years ago, it was the district to produce largest quantity of sugar cane in our country. But due to injustice done by the sugar mills towards the farmers, right now they are not interested in sugar production. Most of the people right now is doing maize farming here. So injustice are done to the farmer. That is also one of the reason we should be careful, and we must focus on export. Our products should be used by others. At least we should be independent first of all. Then after, we must be able to export our goods towards other country, and the products we are exporting, that must be a very high quality, a global standard, a global standard product should be exported to the international community, so a kind of reputation will be created. Actually, the truth, I think we know all. Whenever someone say this product is made in China, then actually we don't like to buy that product. Do you know why? Because third grade products are sold in our country. The quality of made in China in our country is not very good. That is the reason. So what I want to make you realize is, whatever products we are exporting, that should be of very high quality, because that product is not only the product, that is our reputation we have sent there, and our product will represent our country too. So we must be careful about that. Our products should be able to bring our fame, to spread our fame in the in the international community, not like China, but like United States, like Japan, because I think most of the products we use from Japan are of very high quality. Even India or neighboring country, they are producing good quality. Not very good, but they are producing good quality. So our products will also create a image, a kind of image we can say, to the users of our product. So our country should be focused towards entrepreneurship, and our product must be of very high quality. What I want to say is that right now. Another, digital economy development. Till now we are using currency, and using old system can't be our journey of progress. Actually, if we want to progress, then we must focus on modern technology, modern way of trade, modern way of doing business, modern way of export, modern way of transportation, modern way of communication. That is necessary, and we must be careful on that. Another thing, what would I do if I were the Prime Minister to create employment opportunity in the country is I would focus on labor market reforms. That is necessary. Labor market reforms. We are just sending the laborers to the other country. But, but trust me, once we focus on entrepreneurship, then we will require lots of employee, employer, employee, and employer will face difficulty to hire the labor. That will be the condition. That will be the situation. What is right now? Right now is poverty. Right now is lack of employment. But once we focus on those things, then we'll be searching the employee. Where can we get employee? We will be searching from the least developed country, from Africa, and from other places where there is a problem of employment. Other thing is rural development. What we are doing is right now, we are just focusing on urban areas, because political leaders have to get the vote. They are working, I think, almost 95% of the leaders are working for the vote bank, so they can be repeated next time. They work for that. But in my opinion, work should be honest. Work should not be to show up. Work should be for the progress of the country. Work should be in the favor of the country. So development should be done, and they should be focused, because equational development, professional development. You may have heard about professional development. So right now, whatever I am saying is professional development. Professional development is necessary, because when everything happens, even in the rural areas, even in the urban areas, then the rural people can get the employment opportunity in the rural areas, and the urban people will be employed in urban areas. So what is going on right now? We are seeing the people from rural areas go to the developed areas, and they get employment. They have to leave their family in the search of employment. So that problem also can be solved easily once we focus on the proportional development in the country. Other is social safety nets. That is necessary, because why should I work in this country? Why should I work in this place if I don't get social security? There is chance of death. There is a risk in doing some work. So in those situations, we have to give the security. We must educate their children in their absence, or once, if they are not with us while working in our industry, while working in X, Y, or whatever we say. Whenever they lives, whenever they die, we can say, then it is our duty. It is the duty of the country to provide them social security, and very good social security, so that their family will face a very few problem. Their family would not have to face much problem. So that kind of situation should be created by us. And next thing, what would I do? Green and sustainable initiatives I will start for the generation of employment. Public-private partnership. Public and private partnership can be proven boon for us, both in the form of both in the terms of employment generation as well as in quality providing. Once we want to provide a very good quality in any sector, then there must be partnership of public as well as private, because they are conscious. Whenever a private company is involved with us, then they are in a lot more, they really want to progress. But once if we leave everything on public sector, completely on the hand of government, because government can't focus everything very much carefully. uh, it doesn't matter how much active the government is, it doesn't matter who is governing the country. It is very difficult to see each and every sector, each and every industry, each and every part of the company with equal consent, because there is lots of work to do for a very good leader. So there must be a public private partnership in those terms. Next things, what would I do? I would reduce corruption. Corruption is also obstacles in the way of generating employment in our country, and we must accept the reality. This is the reality. Similarly, international collaboration. International collaboration is necessary for us if we really want to expand our business, if we really want to expand our entrepreneurship. And how can it be done? There is need of giving international support. There is need to end all kind of obstacles whatever the private company or international company face to come or to do partnership with us. So those obstacles should be the very tough procedure, the very tough documentation procedure, they must be ended. If we in those kind of documentations burdens, then the private companies and the international company will feel good to come with us, to work with us. And once they work with us, they can also bring lots of employment with them. So it is necessary. Next is youth and women empowerment. Right now, we can see men's are only in the mainstream of the development. Women's are not participating, especially from the rural areas. So this is a problem, and this problem should be taken carefully. Why it should be taken carefully? Because women's are not only women's; they are 52% population of the country. 50, more than 50%, you can say. Women's are more than men. When you see the success ratio right now of our country, so women can't be ignored, and women should be serious, and we all men should be serious about the women, to confirm or to try to make them involved in the mainstream of the development. Because once women are not developed, 50% of our nation is not developed. So we can take the risk of 50, more than 50%, not only 50%. So it is necessary for us to bring them in the mainstream of our nation. So women is, or we can say, women's not participating in the employment, women's not participating in employment generation, or less women activism, active or participation, we can say, can be problem for us. So this is necessary to create such environment in our country. Next, monitoring and evaluation. Only the creation of employment is not sufficient. Only the creation of employment is not sufficient to bring change in our country. The correct monitoring, the correct evaluation, the correct what's up we can say. We must be watching, especially the Prime Minister must be serious. It is not enough to start up. Starting is not enough. Continuation, continuity, continuous evaluation, continuous watching, continuous report taking, that is important for progress of any sector, not only in our country, but at any corner of the world. No, I'm not talking about our one country, but when you see the any corner of the world where the people are progressing, first of all there is a need of a dream or thought to start it, and whenever the work is started, there is a need of continuity, continuous effort, sometimes failure maybe first. We should wake up and again we should be ready to try for that. That is also necessary. And men think how much progress we have done, where we are right now, where we are standing right now. We had started few months ago, few weeks ago, but right now where we are. So that must be thought. That should be thought by us. That should be analyzed by us for the long-lasting progress of any sector. And I say it's important for the Prime Minister to engage with the various stakeholders, including business, labor, unions, and civil society, to ensure that these strategies are well received and effectively implemented. Additionally, a long-term commitment to economic reforms and job creation is essential to activate or achieve sustainable employment growth in our country or other countries like Nepal. If we want to achieve the sustainable employment creation, then for that, the continuous effort and the union is must, and we must accept that. And we citizens should also support the government, because once we not support, single or solely government can do nothing. And we can learn from Israel, the country like Israel. Every citizens are army in danger or in need, we can say. Every citizens are active. Every citizens are energetic. Every citizens have dream to do something. Every citizens are progressive. They are dedicated. They have accountability. So why can't we have? Let's change the country. Let's have a fire to bring change. And let's start it from today, right now, and from us. Thank you so much. I'll meet you in next episode. For that, thank you so much for being with me till now. Thank you to give me time and to listen me. Wish you to see next time very soon. Thank you so much. Jai Nepal.